Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here, bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. We do that for your listening pleasure. Today, we're going to talk about what depression feels like. A lot of people talk about depression, and other than anxiety, it is in the two top most common emotional instabilities and illnesses worldwide. So it's anxiety and depression, and many times they overlap and are coexisting conditions. Regardless, in my coaching practice, I have helped people come up with manageable action plans for handling their depression and or getting to a place that's a little bit better. But what does depression feel like is our question today. It can certainly be a debilitating disease disorder, and so if you are thinking that you may have depression, I encourage you to build a team around you, from medical doctors to coaches to counselors and all points in between, so that you can live the best life possible. You don't have to struggle alone. The first thing that it feels like is pain, emotional pain and physical pain. Partially, the physical pain is because of the focus on your stress being constant, your immune system is not going to function as it normally would. Thus, physical pain, or the amalgamation of physical symptoms, is more likely to be a problem for people that are dealing with depression on a continual basis. The emotional pain often is the lack of feeling that things can change or do change. So when a person feels overwhelmed to the point where they don't think change is possible, that causes great emotional pain. The next is exhaustion. Obviously, if you're constantly dealing with battling your mind, physical and emotional exhaustion is a common aspect to the way that you're going to feel. Now, you may have spikes in this. In other words, things may pick you up, but you're always going to return to feeling lethargic, both mentally. Your thoughts may be foggy. That's where the term brain fog often comes from. You may feel physically lethargic, like it's hard to move or get things done. Your time management will begin to struggle as you begin to fall into a pattern of always feeling like you need to catch up versus getting things done in a way that really matters to you. The things that previously brought you joy or excitement or some level of value they're lost. And a lot of times what happens is you begin to withdraw from society as a whole, withdraw from friendships, withdraw from hobbies, withdraw from things that previously would have brought you excitement, joy, happiness, peace, and it becomes a pattern. So you almost get into a place where you're constantly doing the same things on a day-to-day basis, but you're not really getting anything done. So the things that you normally would do, or the things that really matter to you, are just things that you're killing time with versus actually achieving at any manageable level. And so you begin to get into a level of self-resentment, which is another aspect of depression, which is your self-valuation of how hard you're struggling may get lost. You may feel a level of perfectionism that is unhealthy. That is to say that you expect yourself to be able to fix yourself without any behavior modification. The other side of that, though, becomes that you are not getting what your needs are met, and you don't see that you're literally burning out. And so what happens is your standards for yourself get all out of whack, and breaking the cycle and the pattern of behavior becomes extremely difficult. It also feels like no one understands the isolation that comes with depression. Partially is because you spend so much time fixated in your own head, and the recipe of your focus is on loss or lack or the behindness that you feel. And so ultimately, you're not getting to a place that's healthy. You're not getting the break or the resolution to breaking things down in a more meaningful manner, which ultimately then leads you to believe that you will never get that break. And so the fear of things never changing ultimately leads you back into the same mental and emotional cycle, which ultimately obviously isn't good for you. It doesn't lead you in a positive direction, and ultimately you want to be making that progress. Again, building a team of people around you who both A, understand your disorder and your situation, but B, can be a support network to your discovery of how to manage your condition is one of the most important things you can do. Until next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.